All right. Before we get started, so in the chat, so Ian is going to be monitoring the chat. I will try to glance over at it and see if there's anything I can address in real time. Otherwise, we will take Q&A at the end. Um, so yeah, if you have questions or anything along the way, just drop it in the chat. Reactions are good too. Um, awesome. Just gonna take one more second. Let me just make sure we're all ready to go. All right, awesome. So, welcome everyone. So those of you that are maybe watching back later or are new to the group, I'm Christine Bastion Williams from CrossFit Good Fortune. Ian is my husband. We both own the gym together. We are coaches, owners, as well as nutrition coaches at the gym. So we're really excited that you're here, and we're going to dive into our top tips when it comes to the role of support systems and their impact on your nutrition and fitness journey. What I would love to hear, and also to test out our chat feature here, is drop an answer to the question, what are you most excited to learn today? Remember last time I didn't wait long enough for people to give people the opportunity to respond. So, all right. Anybody else excited about learning something new today? All right. So if you think of something, drop it in the chat. Um, as we continue, I want you to think and ask yourself this question though. Who is in your inner circle? All right. So let's get going. All right, so at CrossFit Good Fortune, we've partnered with Healthy Steps Nutrition to support our clients using a framework that's guided, tested, and proven. Right? We believe that something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple and habit-based approach. All right, but we know that helping you become the healthiest version of yourself isn't just about what you eat or going to the gym a few hours a week. Right? If you've ever really noticed that like maybe your nutrition choices are altered when you're stressed, maybe you're tired, and then you make different choices. This is why we address a holistic approach focusing on nutrition, stress management, sleep, mindset, support system, as well as lifestyle. So let's dive into today's topic. Right? What is a support system? Right? A support system is a network of individuals, groups, resources that are going to provide emotional, physical, or informational assistance. Right? So I want you to think about your support system. It might include family, friends, coaches, nutrition coaches, gym groups, even online forums. Right. So, in today's talk, we're going to be discussing three simple tips that are going to help you create and lean into your support system. And that's going to continue to propel you towards your nutrition and fitness goals. Right, so there is actually some really good science behind support systems and some health research. Now, studies show that social support improves health outcomes by reducing stress and increasing motivation. Now, there was an article in the publication Advances in Nutrition that explores how system science can help us understand nutrition-related behaviors and interventions, right? And it also highlights the need to close the knowledge gap to help boost confidence in system science and nutrition research because it emphasizes the role of a strong support system in encouraging healthy behaviors. Right, so positive emotions and self-esteem are also really enhanced through support networks. Right, in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, they found that positive social relationships social support, and social acceptance help shape the development of our self-esteem across the lifespan from ages 4 to 76, right? So we're always developing that self-esteem, and everything around us in that support network is impacting that. So, and finally, healthier behaviors are going to reduce the risk of chronic disease and better recovery times, right? So, individuals with a strong support system are often more successful in managing chronic diseases through shared knowledge as well as emotional support, right? So, a lot of words there, but in the end, we know that in summary, support systems reduce stress, improve motivation, it enhances positive emotions and self-esteem, and it provides individuals greater success in managing chronic disease. So social connection is super important. There was a 2022 study that found that only 39% of adults in the US reported feeling very connected to others emotionally. Now, that statistic, along with similar studies, has highlighted that loneliness and isolation are becoming much more prevalent and affecting people in a lot of ways in many ways other than other health issues today. So, in the U.S. Surgeon General from 2024 has stated that loneliness and isolation can be as detrimental to your health as smoking, right? So, and smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. So, it ranks as one of the leading health risks in the country. So, a lack of social connection also increases risk of heart disease by 29% and stroke by 32%. It also increases the likelihood of developing anxiety, depression, and dementia while weakening the immune system. So, in older adults, loneliness and social isolation contributes to 50% higher risk of dementia, with some studies showing a 20% faster cognitive decline, right? And additionally, there is also that heightened risk of self-harm. So, I want you to let that sink in as we talk about finding the best support system for yourself. So, tip number one, surround yourself with like-minded individuals, right? So, being around people who share similar health goals can increase your own motivation and accountability, right? So, whether it's friends, family, a fitness group, having a support network with the same commitment to healthy habits can create a positive environment and foster consistency. So, now that you've thought about who's in your inner circle, I want you to think about the top 5 people you spend the most time with, right? We are the sum of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So if those people aren't like-minded about your nutrition and fitness goals, you're likely going to have a harder time achieving those goals. So what happens if you don't have 5 supportive people? That's okay. But how do you create a network for yourself, right? You can start by joining a group fitness class, an online fitness and nutrition community, or you can invite somebody that you're already friends with to try a new workout with you, or even something just as simple as grocery shopping. So once you've gotten out there, don't forget to share your health journey with your family and friends, right? That's going to help build a network of encouragement and accountability, right? Saying those goals out loud. When those closest to you hear how excited you are for what you're trying to do and what you're experiencing, they want to be supportive to help you and maybe even get inspired to get started themselves. Right. So, for example, if you're a member at CrossFit Good Fortune, we would love if you would consider sharing your goals on our monthly goal board each month. Then our community can help support you and vice versa. You can also support someone else. Right. We really want to foster that environment of mutual support. So even things like cooking, grocery shopping, or dining out with others can really help support your goals in a fantastic way by including someone else in your journey. So what happens when you don't have a good supportive environment, right? Sometimes challenges are going to arise. They're going to be setbacks, right? A support system can help you bounce back from setbacks, whether it's something like an injury, just a bad day, or other obstacles that are going to regress you from your goals. It's really critical to lean on your support system during those difficult times. And then once you've gotten over the hump, you can celebrate those things together, right? Enjoying milestones with your support network really reinforces that long-term success, right? At CrossFit Good Fortune, we love trying to be bright spot engineers to encourage and ensure our clients can take something good out of their lives. One of the things we do with our nutrition clients that we're working on bringing into the gym is, Bright Spot Fridays, looking back at the week and finding something positive, whether it's in the gym, outside the gym, just something to kind of, brighten your day. So tip number 2, you can always incorporate professional help. Or professional support, right? So first, the best thing to do is identify like what you're looking for from those professionals. Is it emotional? Is it informational? Or is it physical help? Right. So enlisting a professional could look something like a nutrition coach, dietitian, fitness coach, somebody to provide you some guidance. Working with a professional can really help boost your motivation and provide accountability, right? And ultimately build confidence in yourself to make decisions that are going to move the needle forward in the direction that you're looking to go. So whether you're looking for slight adjustments in your lifestyle, if you've got big challenges, or you're just needing support due to not having supportive people in your life, it's a really good place to start. So, and professional support can be crucial in guiding you towards healthier nutrition and fitness habits, ensuring you have the tools, knowledge, and encouragement for long-lasting success. So let's talk about a little bit more about what that professional support could look like and what each of them could do. Right. So if you decide to work with a nutrition coach or a dietitian, what could you expect? Um, Building a sustainable nutrition plan that aligns with your fitness objectives, right? That's paramount. So a nutrition coach can help create a personalized plan based on your health and wellness goals, as well as provide ongoing support through weekly check-ins and follow-up sessions to help you every step of the way, right? And expert advice on balanced nutrition for your needs, education on different topics that interest you, as well as support, as well as it can support you on your goals for change. Right. So it's accountability is one of those awesome options that we talk about at the gym, because when somebody's looking for you, or somebody there's that expectation, or you have to answer to somebody, sometimes it can really be helpful to kind of push you a little bit further. I know that there's a group at our 6 a.m. class that they text each other if somebody doesn't show up one day, kind of like, hey, what's going on? So finding those accountability partners is great too. So what about working with a personal trainer or a coach? You can expect tailored workout plans that are going to support your goals, right? That are going to suit you, help you learn proper form and technique, and really focus on consistency in your nutrition and fitness. Once you have identified your needs, you can find someone to work with to support your nutrition and fitness goals. This can be a really great time to broaden your circle to enlist other types of support, right? Looking at your community. You could also look at participating in local groups, clubs. I have a few friends that really love their book club. I can't seem to finish a book lately, but when I can, I love the idea of talking about it with somebody else, right? So those social interactions when we can. So working with these types of professionals is going to help foster a sense of control over your health and wellness, right? It's going to create a sustainable long-term plan for your well-being. So tip number 3, be accountable and stay consistent, right? So why is accountability important, right? Having someone to check in with, whether it's a workout buddy, a coach, family member, it's going to help you stay on track. Regularly sharing your progress with someone is also going to boost your motivation, and accountability makes you less likely to skip workouts or deviate from your healthy eating habits. Accountability partners can offer encouragement and keep you focused on your short-term as well as long-term goals, right? Focusing on the task at hand. So, how can we build accountability? 1, share your goals, right? Talk about your goals with a friend, a trainer, your community. Set regular check-ins with your coach to track progress. You can celebrate milestones or bright spots, right? To build momentum, right? Focusing on the good things that are happening to kind of keep the momentum moving forward. Having someone to report to is going to help maintain your consistency. And creating that consistent routine is going to help you build momentum to really stick with those fitness and nutrition goals. So again, think about setting up regular check-ins with someone, share your fitness and nutrition goals, update people on your progress. They want to hear how you're doing. So whether you can also write things down and share them with others, and just always remember that progress is not linear. right? This is a big key factor of having a coach in your back pocket is encouraging you and reminding you that you're making progress in the right direction, even if it's 1% improvement each day, right? We like to say it's progress over perfection. And sometimes when you're hitting that plateau, having somebody that's seeing all the progress you've made and reminding you of that is going to be helpful to keep that momentum moving in the right direction. So, key takeaways. Support systems are essential for achieving sustainable nutrition and fitness goals. They're going to provide emotional, physical, and informational support to overcome challenges, right? Building a strong support system can lead to long-term success in your health and well-being. So begin by identifying the best support system around you this week. So support is going to help build focus, consistency, and accountability. So I want you to start embracing support now and see the positive changes it's going to bring to your lifestyle. So keep these top tips in mind as you take the next step. Surround yourself with like-minded people, seek professional guidance, and stay accountable and be consistent. So I know that was a lot. So, what are some questions that we typically see, right? So, what if I don't have anyone around me who shares my goals, right? That's okay, right? You can find communities online, social groups, apps, where you can find people with similar goals that can provide encouragement and support. But honestly, nothing is better than being in person and meeting other people. I know a lot of us have anxiety about that first step into the door, but really consider joining a local fitness class, a cooking class, farmer's market, local event, something that's going to get you around other people that have similar interests or similar goals. And that's going to be super helpful in kind of taking you to that next step to share those goals with them. Now, what happens when you don't you're about like you're trying to stay motivated, you don't feel like working out or eating healthy, right? Totally normal to have off days. Everyone has an off day. You can't be perfect all the time, right? Progress over perfection. But during those times, reach out to your support system for encouragement, right? Remind yourself of your long-term goals and why you started in the first place, right? Getting to your why and remembering to do that and reminding yourself as to like why you started is going to be really important. And accountability partners or a fitness community can help you push through those tough moments. So, oh, I see. Michi had a question. So, how do you find the time to pick meals for the week, shop, and cook? So that's going to be a little different for everyone. So what I like to do is, if you look at your week, I tend to plan my week out, on Sundays or Mondays. I kind of look at what I have coming in the span of the week, and I tend to block out my time. And in those time blocks, I'll look at if I want to, what days I'm going to be cooking, what days maybe I need something prepped. Um, and we sometimes do prep 2 times in the week. So if I look at it on Sunday and then I look at it again on Wednesday, um, but that's going to be different, right? So um, I hate the answer that it depends, but it really does depend. What we've done with our clients is kind of sit down and talk to them about what their week looks like and try a few different things and through trial and error and try to set up that habit of, well, like Sunday, I always do my shopping or I always do my shopping on Mondays because I have something else going on Sundays. We can try different days. And once we find something that seems to work, we can set that habit to try to do it every same time each week, and see how that goes. Um, if you're looking for meals, our website actually has a lot of really easy recipes that are don't have a ton of ingredients and are pretty quick and they're are pretty good to prep as well. So I would take a look at that. And if you want to talk in more detail, we can absolutely do that and try to help you find a day that works for you. Um, Before I tell you guys a little bit more about what we've got going on with our nutrition program, I would love to hear what your biggest takeaway was about talking about support systems. Ian, do you have a takeaway? All right. Well, as you guys reflect on maybe what your biggest takeaway was, if you think about what your favorite tip of tonight was, you can drop it in the chat. Um, what I would love to do is just give you a quick overview of our nutrition coaching program that we offer at CrossFit Good Fortune. Um, oh, Cheryl wants another vegan for input. Yeah, yeah, that would be super helpful. Nice. Great, Laura. I like that. Support matters. So our nutrition program. So we focus on three core principles, right? The first one being focusing on whole foods first, right? So eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, minimal added sugars. Two, we want to focus on balance of micronutrients or macronutrients, incorporating protein, carbs, and a healthy fats at every meal and snack. And then we want to limit the amount of processed sugar and carbohydrates that we intake. Um, Now, at the end of the day, we know it's not there's a lot of knowledge and education that goes into this, but it's also about having that support and accountability. So a little bit about our coaching program, right? It's habit-based and holistic health coaching. The HSN program is written and backed by a group of registered dietitians. Um, you would have a dedicated coach providing accountability. There is exclusive access to the HSN app for habit tracking, education, as well as ongoing support. If you are a fitness member at the gym, we also offer 30 class options per week. You can opt for progress tracking through in-body scans. We have small group classes with personalized attention, and we also do offer some open gym options as well for days that maybe you can't make it to class. We've had some great success with our clients since launching our program back in January. So there's some great reviews out there on Google. Some recent client wins that we've had recently. We've had some real success with people learning the plate method, which is a great way to build a balanced plate. And what was awesome about this client was that that wasn't even the habit we were working on. It just happened. And so she's able to build a plate without even really thinking about it anymore. It is habitual. So she can make that plate when she goes out to dinner. So eating out isn't super stressful anymore. Um, we had a client get her first normal A1C reading in a while, and we had another one that the extra focus on protein has helped curb his snacking, right? So small things, big wins add up. Um, we also do offer a 90-day transformation, which includes fitness and nutrition coaching together. So if you are interested and you can commit to working out at least 3 days a week, can commit to a 90-day program, if you're ready to invest your time and money into your health and you can commit to being coachable, then we could potentially be a really good fit for you. And if you are interested, Ian is going to drop in the chat the link to book a discovery call, right? So that is something new that we're doing. So it doesn't even require you to set foot in the gym, right? So that first step is just a phone call where we can talk through what you're interested in and whether we would be a good fit for you. And if you are interested in fitness as well, then we could move forward with that in that as well. So discovery call. Like I said, Ian's going to drop that in the chat for you guys. It will be on our website shortly. We're in the process of updating that to reflect it. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. This was great. I'm so glad that we're doing this and that we can talk about all these various different topics that are important to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. If you have other questions, I'm here. I'm happy to answer for as long as you have them. Otherwise, if you're ready to go, I will talk to you soon. You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. This was great. And if you see me in the gym and you've got other questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always excited to talk about nutrition and accountability, as well as fitness. Laura's questions about, yes. So, before and after. We did a performance nutrition session in, I think it was 2 months ago. We will drop the link to that as well. So in general, before and after nutrition is going to be pretty specific to person, depending upon when they're working out in the morning or in the evening. It is recommended to have either a meal within 2 to 3 hours before you're working out. If you're going in the afternoon and you haven't had anything since like, I don't know, 11:30, 12 o'clock, and you're working out at a 5:30 class, grab something quick about 60 to 90 minutes beforehand. So like a yogurt, a Greek yogurt. I like to do with granola and fruit. You can also do like apple with peanut butter. Although if it's really close to working out, if it's within 30 minutes of working out, I wouldn't recommend something with a lot of fat. So probably not peanut butter. I like to do banana or like a quick applesauce packet. That's really good as well. And then afterwards, if you're eating a meal within 1 to 2 hours after you leave the gym, and it's balanced with proteins, carbs, and fats, then you're pretty good for that post nutrition. A lot of people like to like crush a protein shake right after they finish, which is fine, but it's not necessary. Unless like you've got a bunch of other stuff going on and you're not going to be eating for like another 2 or 3 hours, then yes, absolutely have something that's got carbs, fat, and protein to kind of replenish your stores. But yeah, if you're like working out in the morning and then going home and having lunch, then just a balanced meal afterwards should be good. But yeah, Ian put in there the Fueling for Nutrition webinar, which is also going to have a lot of great information in there. Mom, did that answer your question? Awesome. I always ask when I coach the 9 o'clock, my biggest question to that group of athletes is, did you eat before you came here this morning? Because usually when somebody doesn't feel great after they've worked out, it's usually they had been fasted. And 9 o'clock in the morning is a little late to be going in fasted, especially for something like a heavy bike workout or something high intensity. But yeah, check out the Fueling for Nutrition webinar. If you don't follow us on our YouTube channel, I would, and Ian, if you could drop our YouTube, that would be great. We do post stuff out there as well. And this video will be out there as well. So our historical videos will be there too. Thanks, Ian. He's a great partner. Any other questions? All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you joining me tonight. I will we'll get this all processed and posted, and I will send you a link just in case you want to go back if anything you want a clarification on anything. We can also chat as well. You can always reach me at Christine@CrossFitGoodFortune.com. Thanks for joining us, Michi. Thanks everyone for coming tonight. Talk to you soon. Bye.